Hello, friends! Oh my goodness, thank you! Thank you so much for joining us for Miss Kim's story time on this chilly, snowy, fabulously delicious, comfy, cozy day. I think it's a good day for a long winter's nap. Did you see what I just did with my jazz hands? Did you bring your jazz hands today? Did you bring your scarf and your hat and your mittens and your winter wear? Because we are going to read a wonderful story about not a long winter's nap. Oh no, this is a loud winter's nap. Now, when you have a nap or when you go to sleep, do you want it to be super duper crazy noisy? Or do you want it to be calm and quiet and peaceful? Or, even a better word, tranquil. Well, I like that, and I think most people like that as well. So I'm not sure if a loud winter's nap is going to be good for anyone. But we'll find out what that's all about in just a moment. But we need something. Let's see, I have my hat. I have my scarf. I have my listening ears clicked in. I have my singing voice. I brought my jazz hands. I need one other thing, probably the most important thing of all, and that would be producer Kate. No. Producer Tate. No, we need my sidekick, my partner, my camera guy, my producer, my son, my kid, my everything. Come on over, Producer Nate. Let's see what kind of winter wear you're wearing today. Oh, look at this fabulous outfit. He's got his warm woolen hat with a Superman logo. He's got his scarf that matches his shirt so fabulously, and his Bronco gloves. His hands are going to be really comfy cozy. Do you think we'll still be able to use our jazz hands even if they have gloves on? I think so. Now, I'm not wearing real gloves today. I'm just wearing half gloves because I tried to read our story with mittens and gloves on, and I couldn't turn the pages very well. It was kind of a big, epic fail. So that's why I'm just doing halfsies today. Well, without further ado, why don't we go ahead and let our character, because we are going to be reading this fabulous book called the, what? Loud Winter's Nap. That's right. And the main character in our story is Tortoise. Look how Tortoise chose to wear today. He's got a fabulously, very festive, Christmassy scarf. And so I think we should let Tortoise, let Storytime Magic into the room, but he's going to need some assistance. And I'm wondering if Producer Nate will be that assistant to Tortoise. All right, well, let's do that. Let's click on our singing voices, friends, and let's all sing together as a team. And a one, and a two, and a three. It is story time right now. Yay, story time. Yay, story time. Yay, it is story time right now. Yay, let's read our book. Thank you, Tortoise. Thank you, Producer Nate. Now, we're going to put Tortoise in a little sled here. Isn't it fabulous? Do you go sledding? I go sledding, and I love sledding in the snow. It's super duper fun, and sometimes you can go super duper fast down those hills. Super fun. Well, I'm wondering if that's a plan for Tortoise. Well, let's find out. This is the Loud Winter's Nap, and it's a book by the author. Wait for it. It's covered up. Oh, Katy Hudson. You can see it right here on this little sign right here. And she is, fun fact, the same author of the book that we read last week. That's right. So we're really excited about this new author, and I'm really excited to share this fun story with you. So let's take a look at the magic cover. Yes, friends, it's a magic cover. Now, Producer Nate, what does that mean if it's a magic cover?
It goes on and on.
What goes on and on? The words? The story? friend Tortoise right there on top of that snowy hill. We see some of his friends. We see his friend Rabbit. We see his friends Robin Birds. And see how the snow goes on and on. It's the same picture. There's his friend Squirrel. And I thought maybe we'd see his friend Beaver, but I don't think we see him, at least on the cover. But we do see him in the story. That's right. Oh, let's take a look. And this is a great story, again, called The Loud Winter's Nap. And Katy, and we already sang the author song, didn't we? We just did, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then Tortoise again is the main character. And what is a character, Nate? The character lives in the story. The character lives in the story. Hi-ho, library-o, the character lives in the story. So we're going to do a little reader's theater, right, Nate? And Nate is going to be the main character, Tortoise. He's also going to do all the sound effects because that's like one of his special superpowers is sound effects. And then I'm going to be the narrator, and then I'm going to be all of Tortoise's friends. All right, are we ready to roll? Let's take a look. It definitely looks like wintertime because look, there's snow falling from the sky. We see some evergreen trees. We see Rabbit, ooh, looking up here where Tortoise is. And it looks like Tortoise is having a winter's nap. I wonder if he's successful. Let's find out. A loud winter's nap. Oh, and look, looks like Tortoise here on the title page. He's reading a book about the Tortoise Guide to Napping. So he wants to find some good strategies on how he can have a really good, quiet winter's nap. Because Tortoise wants to hibernate. Can you say that big word? Hibernation. 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 So what does that mean? What does hibernation mean? Is it another word for sleep? Absolutely. It's what some animals do, and they'll sleep all winter long, like bears and tortoises. All sorts of different creatures will hibernate. What does that mean again? Hibernation. 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 Awesome. All right. The loud winter's nap. Tortoise had just snuggled in for his long winter's nap. Look, he's right beside his tree house, and he's got his covers on. He's ready to get some good Z's until the springtime. And then his friend Robin said, "Hello there, Tortoise. Would you like to join our singing class?" I know I would.
No,
Grumbled Tortoise.
I was trying to sleep. Tortoises don't like the winter.
Oh, they don't. Tortoises don't like the winter. Why not? Chirped Robin.
They just don't.
Said Tortoise. And he packed up and left in search for a quieter home, a quieter place so he can hibernate. Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. It looks like he created a nice red tent next to an evergreen tree. So Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. He was just about to close his eyes when...
Tap, 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 tap.
What's that sound? And then his friend Rabbit said, "Hi, Tortoise. Would you like to make some ice sculptures with me?" Tortoise said,
No,
said Tortoise.
I was trying to sleep. Tortoises don't like the winter.
They don't like the winter. But of course, Rabbit also asks, much like Robin, "Why not?"
They just don't.
Said Tortoise. And he packed up his things. Again, he's trying to find a different place, a quieter place where he can hibernate. Tortoise trudged through the snow and found a new napping spot. Again, Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. Oh, it looks like it's just like a blue thing hanging between the trees. Nate, do you know what that's called?
Hammock.
It's called a hammock, and it's a fun place to sleep. Very comfortable because it kind of rocks you back and forth. Well, Tortoise was just about to
trying to sleep. Tortoises don't like the winter.
He's getting grouchier and grouchier, isn't he? My goodness, let's see that grouchy face, Nate. Oh, it's so grouchy. I don't think our viewers can see it, honey. Can you pull up your face? Oh, very grouchy. Well, of course, Squirrel, like Rabbit and Robin, asked, "Why not?"
They just don't.
Grunted Tortoise. Well, and then Tortoise said as he climbed up a tree,
But why would anyone want to stay awake in the winter?
grumbled Tortoise. He was tired and cold and needed to find a quieter place to sleep. Tortoise decided to move to higher ground, so he climbed up this red ladder to the very top of the tree. And he even had a sign put up outside that says, "Do not disturb until spring." Because that's when creatures who hibernate, that's when they wake up, when it's springtime. Again, Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. Look, he's got his fabulous blanket, he's got his comfy, cozy comfort item, and a nice soft white pillow. So, he was just about to close his eyes when... Wait for it. Wait for it.
Da-da-da-da-da. Bling, bling, bling.
And he exclaimed,
Oh no!
"Oh no, indeed!" And then, kerplunk, oh my goodness, kerplunk, I guess, Beaver was leveling some of these trees. He was cutting down some of these trees because he was doing a construction project. And then Tortoise grumbled once more.
I do not like winter.
No, he does not like the winter. He is on top of that tree that fell. There's snow on his nose. Tortoise has snow on his nose. Tortoise has snow on his nose. Tortoise has snow on his nose. I bet it feels really cold. Brr, brr. Oh, did I skip a page? Is that what we call that, Nate? Oops. Well, Tortoise hiked up a big snowy hill. Behind a small tree, Tortoise found a flat piece of wood. It was the perfect place for napping. He snuggled down in his new bed and was about to close his eyes when, well, let's take a look at this bed. Let's take a closer look here. I see the wooden plank. Oh, but what's down here? It looks almost like a sleigh. Like a Santa sleigh. Some people call them sleds. I wonder what's going to happen. He opened his eyes because look what happened. Whoosh! He started sledding down that tall, snowy hill. That was unexpected. Well, as Tortoise whizzed along, he couldn't help smiling. I think his grouchiness went away. And then he thought...
Sounds like me when I go skiing.
I know, right? He thought...
Maybe winter isn't so bad.
Maybe it's not, he thought. And as he flew off his sled and through the air, he couldn't help giggling and said,
Maybe winter is more than cold and snow.
yes, maybe it's more than cold and snow. Maybe there's ice skating and skiing and snowball fights.
And snowing.
And sledding. That's right. And then he declares, I think he's having some fun now. And as he slid across, I know, look at that, he's so happy. And he's even giving his little comfy, cozy comfort item a free ride. Free ride to the best. And as he slid across the ice, he realized he had been wrong. Yeah, he was not correct about his feelings about winter. And that night, Tortoise skated and he slid and he spun with his friends late into the night. He wasn't tired or cold. His body wasn't telling him that he was tired or cold. It was telling him that he was awake and happy and comfy,
warm.
cozy, and having tons of fun. And maybe, just maybe, some tortoises could like winter after all. That's right. Because it seems like he's starting to appreciate and be grateful for what winter brings him. He's having a fun sleepover with all of those comfort items that he had and all those different places he was going to bed down and hibernate. And he's looking out the window at the wonderful, fabulous snowflakes floating down from the sky while he's enjoying a nice piping hot cup of cocoa. Do you like cocoa? I like to drink cocoa after I go sledding or after I shovel the snow in my driveway. I like to do all sorts of warm and comfy, cozy things after being outside and playing in the snow. Maybe you'll go out and play in the snow today. Lots of things you can do this. So you can make snow angels. You can make snow people. You can make a fort. What else could you do, Nate?
Go sledding.
You could go sledding, just like Tortoise unexpectedly did. Well, can you believe it is time for us to say goodbye to all of our friends? Well, let's thank producer Nate. Thank you, Nate. You're the bestest in the westest. Yeah. He's gonna roll like a snowball over to his camera spot while we all break out our waves and say goodbye to all of our friends. And a one, and a two, and a three. Goodbye, grown-ups. It was so awesome to see you, kiddos. We're so happy you joined us, readers. We're glad you came to read. Yay! Well, I hope you all stay warm and comfy, cozy on this snowy Friday. And I hope that you have a fabulous, spectacular weekend with all the people in your orbit. And in the meantime, I hope to see you next week. Next week, we're actually featuring a fabulous Pete the Cat book, brand new. It's a singing book, and it's all about Christmas. That's right. So we are going to go ahead and celebrate that next time. So I hope you have a great week. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay positive. And know, deep down, right here, in your heart and soul, that you are important, you are needed, and you are loved. Make it a great day. Goodbye, everybody.